Hello, everyone. I'm Mark.
I'm Casey.
And today we're going to talk about EV pricing and the used market. But first, let's roll that title.
You're watching the Tesla Life Express.
How you doing? Glad you joined us today. Got a great topic to talk a little bit about, and that is why EV prices are starting to tank, as the article puts it. We'll put the link down if you want to read the article yourself. But this article is just talking about Teslas as a whole, but really, of course, because Tesla owns about 50% of the EV market. So you can't really talk about pricing without invoking Tesla's name in it, because they own half the market, really, when it comes right down to it.
And they're just stronger than the rest.
Right.
Yeah.
But this article just wanted to talk a little bit about how used pricing has been dropping. And it's kind of disingenuous as well, because, of course, when we were in the throes of the pandemic a couple of years ago, pricing had gone completely the opposite way. Used cars, in some cases, were selling more than new cars because you could get used cars. New cars, you had to wait for them to be manufactured, built, and shipped. And of course, with the pandemic and the supply chain breaking down, there were less of them available. So people were going without. People that were in accidents had to have a car regardless. And they were paying more and more for use. So really, this is kind of weird.
And the car
we're now, the pendulum's now swinging back the other way. So that's what's going on here. The article
indicates the world, we're doing a Redfin of the used car market.
Right.
Keeping the prices high by buying them.
So the article is indicating here that talking about a 25% price drop year over year in a number of cases. And of course, this depends on the marketplace that you're in. But this depreciation hit is really a plus at this particular moment for buyers of used vehicles. So this is also allowing people to get involved with a second or third hand owned EV at a lower price, entry price, and is enabling some to be involved in the EV market that currently we're not able to. The other thing here is that if you're somebody that flips cars quickly, I would say 3.5 years after you purchased a brand new vehicle, then of course these type of numbers are a little bit scary, because you're going to lose quite a bit on the depreciation model that's going on here. And again, as mentioned, the pendulum's kind of swung the other way. We're probably receiving higher than normal depreciation values based on the number of vehicles that are in the market at this time. But over time, it'll probably even out, come back the other way a little bit, and we'll be closer to what gasoline vehicles are. So, you know, just a couple of years ago, we were above average selling prices. Now we're below averaging selling prices. So
let that gas price spike for a moment, and it'll even out real quick.
It will. Yeah, that's all it takes. You're absolutely correct. But we decided to, Casey, of course, has had a vehicle now for just over 6 years. And he decided to look up from his purchase price what kind of depreciation he's looking at if he was looking at selling his car, which of course he's not. But we were just going through the thought exercise. Tell us what you found.
Yeah, because they were, when I was doing this Cybertruck test drive on this past Saturday, while I was getting my battery swapped, or bringing the car in to start the battery swap process, they're like, "Hey, what would you you want to trade?" Yeah, let's see what it does. So this is a 2018 Model X P100D with just under 100,000 miles. It's got a brand new rear motor. It will have a brand new battery sometime in the next month. And it has some features you don't have available anymore. It's got the obsidian black metallic paint. It's got the ultra high fidelity sound, full self driving capability from the factory, red brake calipers. That's a part of the ludicrous package. Sub-zero weather package on all the seats, and the windshield and the steering wheel, everything. Carbon fiber, the GPS enabled home link, which that's some depending on your car, that's not even an option anymore. Otherwise, you got to pay extra for it. The white premium interior, the premium upgrades package, obsidian black metallic paint, PMBL, the Model X roof. I think that's a holdover because at the time the Model S still had the option for the power sunroof. Before it became just a fixed glass. Black and white premium interior. No spoiler. I've got a spoiler. What that is it doesn't have the active spoiler of the original Model X's. Smart air suspension. There was a time when they were thinking that they were going to take out the air suspension to make the car cheaper, and they didn't do that. Third row seats. That's still an option to this day. Towing package. That's standard now, but at the time, you could get the accessory hitch, or you could get no towing capabilities at all. And there was a warning from Tesla that if you put your own in there and started to tow without the software, it would destroy your rear motor. So that's why I never did the trick of running FSD with the trailer attached, or also I made sure that it had the tow package because we wanted to tow with it.
Yep.
The 100D ludicrous package, the dark headliner, because I had the light rest of the car, and the 20-inch Sonic Carbon wheels. I could have got the there was like a special where I could have got the 22s, but if you get the 22s on a Model X then and today, then you lose instead of 5,000 pounds of towing with Model X, you drop to 3,500 pounds. So it's just a big Model Y at that point. Not that the Model Y existed when we did this. And then you've got free unlimited supercharging for the life of the owner. And you've still got another year of so 2 years actually of battery and drive unit warranties. So September 22nd of 26. So I guess effectively 1 year and change. And then the regular warranty has expired. And they came back and said, "Hey, we've got great news for you. We have this wonderful trade-in value. Don't you want to give us your car? Would you take for your Model X 2018 Model X Ludicrous with 97,568 miles on it, and this VIN number? We are pleased to offer you $23,200."
Wow. 6 years old and a month. And
it's less than 15% of what it was stickered at.
Wow. That is a reduction in value like no other.
It's good for whoever's after me if I decide not to hang on to it. But
yeah, but man, talk about shocking for the original owner.
I got shanked by Elon Musk.
Oh my goodness. So yeah, that's a shocking one, and of
It's
course,
an extreme one too.
Tesla has always been notorious for providing shocking trade-in values, shockingly low trade-in values. Yeah. You can certainly make yourself a little bit more money by selling it privately, but
and then if you have one that they want, they'll shock you the other way. It's like, what? They actually gave me a good figure? Okay, yeah, you can have it.
Yeah, it's something that wow, that's how can you sit there and just smile like that, Casey? That is a sad amount of money that they're offering you on a 6-year-old vehicle. But
I could part it out for way more than that. So on the parts website, if you look at the battery for this car, remember I'm getting a new battery sometime real soon. The battery for this car is $19,000, and if I had the non ludicrous car, it would be $17,000. Yeah. So they would rather get the battery back from me than the whole car.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
But again, with this article,
legacy
from inside EVs.
Yes.
They're talking about how the EV values have plummeted since January of 23, and again,
This is
pandemic
why. Yeah.
issues, of course, the supply chain problems, all contributed to high prices at the end or beginning of 2023, and
Yes.
now we're here at the end of 2024, 2 years later, and the prices have bottomed out. But
Yes.
it's
So Patrick, at this point, we probably have us remind you that cars are not investments. You get what you want and what you need, and then you ride it till the wheels fall off. Not BZ's 4X style, but end of the life, 15, 20-year-old car, or repairs that are costing more than the car. So had this battery gone out a couple of years from now, then that would put the car down. If they kept the prices of both the car and the battery.
But you can also see that this sky high EV price for used cars in January of 2023 was much higher than, of course, the hybrid or gasoline models, and now, of course, it has worked its way down below, and it's bottomed out, and it's started up again, and it's going to get up close to gas and hybrid again at the end of 2024. So,
assuming that the gas price doesn't change, if that goes up, then we'll have an artificial rise on these guys as well.
Right.
Yeah.
So, and you can see the difference: gas at 30,006, hybrid at 29,900. And EV at 27,800. So again, not a huge difference once it's now bottomed out and started to come up somewhat. So,
and this is why the advice has always been: if you don't need a new car, like if you find used cars that have everything you want and you've got a little bit of cushion for any repairs, get a car that's 1 to 3 years old already, and you still get a new car with all the new features. But you let somebody else take that first hit of anywhere from like normally it's like 12 to 25, $50,000, but now 100,000. So then if you wait a little bit longer and you just want something to get to and from work, if you get something that's about 5 or 6 years old, you can normally I'd expect this car to be about 40 to 60, even with those miles on it, but something even a little older, like a Model X 16, I would expect to pay that for one of those today. But depending on your needs, that's a way to be frugal and still it still has all the benefits of you can plug it into your solar at home and start to make yourself more energy independent. And if you have stored battery, you can or a way to make your solar work off grid, you can be driving around your town during a extreme outage event rather than spending all the Friday waiting in line at the gas station for your turn to hope that they didn't run out first at the gas station. But a part of this depression is, remember, the Tesla is what, over 50% of the U.S. new car EV market. So if they want to push the new cars and they want to suppress the used cars, then that does the same thing to the rest of the market for now.
Well, we know that Tesla had a lowering almost uniformly across all their models of 25% about a year and a bit ago. So that actually, of course, brought down the price of used cars too, because of course you now have a car that you've held on to during that period. In theory, it's worth 25% less because the car can be purchased for 25% new less. So it becomes a problem that everybody shares in, and that owns the cars. So with the reduction in new car price, the used market feels that as well. But as Casey has mentioned, looking at a car that's 2-3 years old, you can avoid that first depreciation hit, which is fairly substantial in any car, regardless as to whether it's gasoline or EV. You can avoid that completely by finding yourself a nice 2 or 3 year old vehicle that will have that depreciation already gone. And as Casey mentioned, you just have yourself a little fund for repairs, for the non-warranty stuff, which of course you'll have some warranty still available to you on that used car purchase. And you can save yourself quite a bit of money by doing that.
Yeah,
So,
and I found that as I look at prices of parts for these cars, that Tesla doesn't actually charge a high amount for what you get. They're either in line with industry or it's like wicked cheap. For example, on my Model S, the technician broke the mirror on the inside of the car at one point, and they accidentally charged it to me before they realized what they did and took it out. And I was like, "What? That's a fraction of what Toyota was charging for a plastic mirror with buttons on it." And then
yeah.
at the other end of the spectrum, like you look at your upper control arms where they start squeaking, older cars. Mark knows what I'm talking about there. They didn't charge extra, but they were charging in line with industry. So you're still looking at a pretty penny, a couple Benjamins. And as somebody who used to sell cars at the dealerships, you notice I didn't use that. As soon as you drive it off the lot, because it doesn't matter if you drove it off the lot. As soon as it gets paperwork, even if you never set your butt in it, that car is now taking
As soon as you sign that loan paper, that's it.
Well, as soon as somebody turns it in, yeah. If you catch it before they put it in the box and rip it up, one, that's kind of a jerk move. Two, who knew? Well, you don't hurt anybody while you do it. You might get away with it.
Yeah. So keep that in mind if you're looking for an EV. That 2 or 3 year old car, even though is that old, with Tesla you get the software updates, so you're not really that old. Just look into that. That might prove very valuable for you to do instead of a new car purchase. But
exactly. Yeah, Mark and I with our 6-year-old cars, mine's 6 years and a month, his 6.5. We still got almost all of the features that came in the summer update for 2024.
That's right.
Not all of them, maybe less because I've got a legacy car. But
after 6.5 years, I'm legacy now too.
This is true. They finally started to give you legacy treatment. But who else does anything at all to your car after you bought it? Even 6 months in, let alone 60 years down the line. That's
and for free.
Yeah, for free.
That's
a customer.
It's a big difference in manufacturers for that, for sure. Yeah. But with that, Casey, what do you got for shout outs today?
So catch us on Sunday over at youtube.com/Casey Green, where we're going to do Let's Chat with Casey and Friends, and then come back here on Monday for the Tesla Life Express Part 2. I call it Part 2. Edition 2, it's not really a Part 2 because we're going to talk about something else when you see us again. And then catch us live on Wednesday for the Tesla Life Live.
There you go. There you go. And you out there watching, let us know what your depreciation experience has been. Put some notes in the comments. Let us know, EV or not, what your experience has been, and some of the wisdoms, the pearls of wisdom you can share with others. But also press that thumbs up button, press that subscribe, help us out, and we will catch you next time on the Tesla Life. Thanks, Lee Moon, for the music.
On the flip side.